Wednesday evening, and it's a very, very special Wednesday evening. Why? Because we missed last week. We were all on holiday. And this Wednesday is pretty much the start to the Masters weekend. Everybody, I see you got your Masters backgrounds. How excited are we? They've got 85 players taking on the Augusta National Golf Course. I hope you've picked your winners. Everybody in the chat line, we will be talking Masters towards the end of the show, and we want to know your views. I got with me Donnie Geldenes, our regular, Basil Wright, our regular, and our Duckhook Masters champion, Aldo Free. Hello, Aldo. How are you today?
Nice. Yeah, nice to be on the show. No, very good, and you guys?
Nice to have you. Has it sunk in that you're a major winner?
Yeah, no. Listen, I think the evening and the day afterwards was all a bit fast and quick paced, but yeah, once a trophy rests behind me in the kitchen, it's a good feeling.
Did it take you a while to recover? That is the question.
Yeah, I'm glad the show was postponed.
Okay, great. So, for those who don't remember, we haven't seen, this is Aldo after he had won and the excitement that he had shown once he realized. Aldo Free, the 2021 Masters champion here at Pecanwood. How are you feeling right now?
Yes, I'm feeling ecstatic. It's really great. I haven't won a league game or anything else, so to win the first one, being a major, I'm gonna celebrate the whole weekend, I think.
Tell me about your game.
Good. I went good off the tee. I think I missed 2-3 fairways maybe, and when I missed, I didn't do anything out of bounds. So when I missed it, it was just off the fairway. So my driving game was on, not long, but on. My approach shots was in or around the green, and I scrambled for par, birdie. I made a couple of lucky birdie putts, and I made one 50-foot bogey putt that probably kept me in it, so it was nice.
Scoreboard pressure. You came in, you set the lead, the clubhouse lead, and Flicky started chasing you. Talk us about the feeling watching him.
Yeah, probably. I refreshed. If it was anybody else, I wouldn't have refreshed as much, but knowing Fricky is a solid player, I knew he was going to come after me. But being -3 at the clubhouse, drinking brandy, it's a better feeling than being 2 shots behind on the 17th trying to catch up.
78 of his 9 handicap. Aldo Boetie for the
Exempt for the next couple of majors until you defend your title. How does that feel?
Oh, good. My golf has been there or thereabout. Nothing major, nothing great. But to know I can play the next 3 majors is awesome.
The next 3 majors indeed, until he defends his Masters title. Boys, we all played. Donnie, how was your Masters quickly?
I was hitting the ball well, but unfortunately, I absolutely hated the greens on the day.
Yeah, they were quite slow, but they had come out of Holland 2 weeks earlier, so we can understand why. Baz, you played with me. You had a very solid round by 1 hole.
Yeah, it was. I enjoyed my time out. Unfortunately, didn't make any putts, and then I got onto the 12th hole and made my first eagle of the day, and then from there, it kind of went downhill. I think I can't even remember, was it 8 or 9 on 14? And then 15 made bogey and then parred through. So I shot, I think it was 76 with a 9. So
but it was all in good fun.
It was in good spirit, and I enjoyed the time out. Aggressive golf in that wind, So, and it was more entertaining than anything.
Okay.
Basil, just a question. That 9 that you made, was that a bit of a tin cup session that you had there?
Yeah, I think do that.
Not entirely. When you go at the green deliberately, Danny, there's no tin cup involved. I was deliberately trying to hit it over the water. Not a lot of people can do that, but I've got a lot of pride, and
let's be fair.
We'll make it one of these days.
You were trying to fade it off the water. And both you drew into the water.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the wind was off the right. I read the wind wrong. Okay. I should have hit it a bit right.
Nice. Well, we'll dive into some of the results, and what I'm sure you've been looking for is the video from the Masters. It's great to catch up and see how everybody went during their round. I just want to say hello to some more boys. We've got Randall Chetty on watching. Hello, Randall. And we got Carl van der Linde. Hello, Carl. Peter Zakaria, you're damn right. It's Masters Week. Can't wait. It's going to be many long hours coming up in the next few days. And then Carl Jocks, all the way from the Slowveld. Hello, Carl. Thanks for joining us. And then one for you from Peter Prinsloo. Aldo Ferry, the champion. Right. So, if we don't know, this is how the results for the top 10 looked. There you go, Aldo, on -3. That would equate to 39 points. Richard Stewart, once again, playing well at Pecanwood. He likes his course. He's got a victory under his belt from a Sunday League, and he was in contention for a little while. Louis Gerber, carrying on his good form from Michali's. Andre Kotze, my playing partner, may I add, birdied all the par 5s to finish
played
even.
really well.
He could have been in contention if he didn't make 5 bogeys. Frikkie Barnard had a run. He was tied for the lead at one point. Peter Prinsloo even, Conrad Pretorius even, Matthew Whittle +1, Richard Holman +2, and JP Atwood +3. So these are the guys who struggled the least on the day. So we all want to know from you, champ. We want to know your scorecard and your breakdown of your round. So take us through it.
Yeah, as I was saying to most of the guys I spoke to before the round, I like Pecanwood. I don't feel intimidated off the tee of any tee really. So it was easy going. I started off with a par, just missed the green, 2 putted from just below. Then I made a stupid bogey on the second. I was also just missed the green on the left, so that should have been a par as well. And then it was easy going. That birdie, I can't really remember anymore. I know. Let me try and think. I think it was, I played that was one of the fairways that I actually missed. And I laid it up and I missed the green and I made a putt just off the fringe for birdie, I think. And then it was solid golf up until the 15th, 14th really. I didn't make any real mistakes. And then from there on, it was just a scoreboard. I think I was -5 at a point, and I think there was a bit of pressure I put on myself there with the 3 bogeys I made. But saying that, it's not the easiest finishing holes on the course.
Agreed.
But nice to
16.
see that you posted the score. I think it's a whole. You were one of the first to tee off. So posting a score and sitting in the clubhouse must have been really entertaining. Updating Gamebook every
Yeah, no, seeing Frikkie go, I was watching him on the app the whole day. Or he sprang up. I think he made a chip in, 2 chip ins, and he made a birdie, and he was right up there. And then he fell down a bit. And then when I got into the clubhouse, he was chasing me again. And having Frikkie chasing you is not the greatest feeling in the world, but yeah, rather in the clubhouse than chasing.
100%. So let us look at the other player who finished under par, and that was Richard Stewart. We'll quickly touch on his scorecard before we have a look at our video. So let's have a look. He reached a great outward 9, shooting 38, so he was 2 over gross with a birdie on the 5th. And then coming in, unfortunately, for the 7 on the 11th, which kind of cost him as well, but a very, very solid round off his 8 handicap to finish on -1. Maybe next time, Richard. I think he would be hoping for us to put another Pecanwood event on so he can try his luck again. So, as I promised, here is the Masters video, so enjoy. Reigning Masters champion, big day today.
I'm feeling strong. I hope I can defend the title. Yeah, the game has been struggling this last few games. I've got basically just 1 9 in my bag, so hopefully I can make 2 9s and yeah, shoot a good score. Made 1 cut though, so it's been good. I think I'm in the top 10 of each league as well, so I'm not playing bad at this stage.
First major, so yes, I actually appreciated to be here and hopefully to play some good golf. Yeah, there's lots of good guys on the range to do hitting the ball well, so let's see how we all do today. First time I'm going to play medal. Course looks like it's a very lucky course. I've never been here before, but yeah, quite lucky to be here for the event.
Form coming into it.
Yeah, look, I was a bit, my handicap cap on my Duckhook gave me a bit of hassles at Glendower, but if I look at my actual Saga handicap, I played quite well, so I think I'm there and thereabouts. As long as I have a good round, the driver plays along, I should be in with a shot.
Russ, first shot off the Masters. How was it?
Yeah, all good. Nerves are a little bit, but yeah,
Looking
really
forward
good.
to it?
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's going to be good.
It's my valley, so yeah, I really enjoy it here. Know the course well, very forgiving course, so yeah, hopefully it's a good day. And the course also very wide driving course, so yeah, hopefully I can take that that form into today and yeah, get a major behind my back or win a major. Then I mean, at least then I know I'm qualified for the rest of the year and that bragging rights. I really like it.
Looking forward to it. The weather's playing its part, so I think it will be a good day. It's always a lovely course.
Much looking forward to today. I enjoy this course. I enjoy the Masters. Glad to qualify. Now to win it. Quietly confident.
Yeah, that's the issue. They're like to win the medal. I mean, like, oh, that's ridiculous.
It's actually been a very good first night. I've got a couple of lucky bounces, but we've been hitting the ball quite nicely. So, good bunch of guys to play with. So, it's all been fun.
Lost ball on the first par 5. Went downhill for a couple of holes, but now I've managed to pull it back. So yeah, we'll see how it's going to go.
Just can't get things going on my side. But my partner Red has made 2 birdies on the par 5s and he's up there, but he just needs to make a couple of more points. Baz, how are you going?
Unfortunately, finding the greens a bit tough today. They're not as fast as anticipated, and Glendower was pure last week, so it's a bit of an adjustment. And playing with the group, Andre's playing really well, and hopefully can keep it together.
Clovis, how's your rounds been going?
It started very bad and it's just carrying on from there.
The course has been really nice. I'm enjoying it out there. Yeah, it's a fun day.
Wow, you know what? That is well out. Well out. I'll do. We're standing here on the 17th with 3 shots in the lead, coming off an unfortunate drop, but you're still 3 in the lead. How are you feeling? Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I made like a 50 feet putt just to save bogey there, so I'll go par and win this game. Playing with good company, enjoying the day.
Yeah, not a bad round today. Nice to be out on the way. Like a full ball, so it was really, really good. Very enjoyable day.
Clubhouse lead, we teed off quite early, so we'll see what happens. Frankie is out, there's a couple of guys that can go low. So, but hopefully this will be my first win. Let's see.
So if you did win and became the 2021 champion, how would you really feel?
Yes, no, that'd be great. I came in with a good vibe. I felt good about everything, so it would be a good start to the weekend. Let's put it like that. I've never won a league game, so to win a major would be very nice.
Hello.
Hello Frankie, how are you feeling?
Okay, I just messed up on this hole, so yeah, but it's lekker there. Lekker in contention.
Pete, how was your Masters?
Not a great front nine. Back nine finished even, so yeah, finished on +6. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Good overall. I enjoyed with a second nine, so happy. But yeah, could have been better, could have been worse. I'll take what I get.
I think I'm third to fourth there about. Choked the last, second last and third last hole. But yeah, it was lekker. Great to be in contention on a 5 handicap, so yeah, it was good.
Yes, I'm feeling ecstatic. It's really great. I haven't won a league game or anything else, so to win the first one, being a major, I'm gonna celebrate the whole weekend, I think.
So that was our day at Pecanwood. Nice to relive the memories. My golf wasn't so hot, but others were. Dorian did it again, didn't he?
He didn't make a 13, but yeah, so standing on the tee box on the third, it's like we sort of pumped him up to say, okay, don't get in the water, don't get in the bunker. And he actually hit a good shot just over the bunker, just sort of on the right edge.
Yes.
And literally from there, he could have taken a putter, hit it a little bit like a 45-degree angle, and he would have been on the green, 2 or 3 back, walk off maximum for 5. And I was quickly just like a little bit distracted there at a stage, and when I looked, he was in the bunker, and I'm thinking, what happened?
Yeah.
And literally, it's like he duffed a shot in the bunker, hit the next one into the hazard, and he didn't have a ball. So at that stage, I finished the hole. So I just quickly gave him mine.
Oh, wow.
And he just got it out. And as he got out, he says like he was so scared to hit it so hard because he was worried that he's going to hit my ball in the water. So he just
Sounded
got it out.
like some deja vu there, Donnie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuck in a horrible nightmare.
So yeah, I think he finished on the 8th.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we all know what it's like to be stuck in bunkers at majors, trust me. Right, so that is the 2021 Masters. Done and dusted. We have 3 more to go. The next one is the Open, and it all starts again. I mean, the qualifying cycle all starts again. So this is what we've got coming up for the next 2 months. April is plenty games in 7 days once again. We start with Silver Lakes. This Sunday, everybody, we have 95 people signed up, ready to go for the start of this qualifying cycle. Then Thursday, we're at the Wanderers on the 15th. Then South Downs on the 18th. The Durban Series also play on the 18th. And then we move to May, a full, almost Sunday day calendar, where we've got Jackal Creek on the 2nd. Earlier in the month, the Durban boys play their Masters on the 9th. Umhlali on the 16th. And then we go to the Sunday Series 2 at Siamara. And wedged in between all that is Pretoria Country Club for the Thursday Series. I think a lot of guys
looking forward to that,
man. Looking forward to Pretoria Country Club. But first up, we've got Silver Lakes, and we're going to do what we do best, and we're going to preview what's happening for Silver Lakes. So here it is. I'm sure if you played last year, would have enjoyed the course. It's a nice layout. I really enjoyed it. A lot of water, obviously.
Fantastic condition.
Get through. So here's a scorecard. Who's going to take me through it?
I'll go for it. I played there 2 weeks ago, Maz.
Do it.
Yeah, guys, Silver Lakes at the moment is in pristine condition. As you can see, the scorecard is starting off par 4, par 5, par 3. Great opening set of holes. And then your consecutive 3 par 4s. And then you finish par 5, par 4, par 3. And let me tell you, those par 3s are phenomenal, Nick. They're just great to look at, awesome to play. They're not your longest hole, so take advantage when they push the tees up on the front nine. And then you got the back nine, which is also pretty good. 3 consecutive par 4s, and then you have that daunting par 3, the 13th, over the water, and then pretty much sets you up for that gutsy par 5, whether you go up the right of the fairway or up the left. My opinion, guys, go up the right, go for the birdie. And then finishing up with that drivable par 4, and then you got that picturesque par 3, which in my personal opinion almost looks like a Leopard Creek par 3. And then 16, 17 and 18 is quite a up and down finish, where 17 is quite a competitive par 4, dogleg to the right. You hit about a driver, 6 iron, 7 iron there with a good one. And then that par 5, you just attack your driver there, and if you hit a good one and be gutsy, you go it in 2. All in all, great golf course. We had tournament there. The greens are probably at 10, rolling so good, ready for you guys.
Ready for us.
And yeah, phenomenal.
In other words, Hans Jaman is looking forward to it, playing for the first time, so he should get a pristine golf course, according to Basil. So you're going to enjoy it, Hansi. And then Sepp, here's a question. Different course when the wind is blowing. Is it a course management course? And the wind. Talk about that, gents.
Yes, when the wind blows there, it can gust on you. The biggest thing for you guys to ensure that you got the wind correct is to actually, on the holes that there is water blowing, trust the direction and the current of the water. Obviously, that's where it's blowing. So just trust your instinct, and just make sure you are finding fairways. You're not forced to hit driver in most spaces, so there are a few holes that look tight, given that it being an estate course. But yeah, guys, hit your 2 irons, hit your 3 woods if you're not comfortable with the driver. But if you're confident with the driver and you're hitting a consistent shape, hit the driver, don't play games. You're not there for a haircut. You're there to win a tournament.
And Barry agrees with you. Tee it high and let it fly.
I must say, Baz, the one thing also with the wind that I sort of noticed while in the previous times playing there is that the wind, it doesn't swirl as much. So if the wind is coming from a northeasterly side, it's going to come through and sort of blow the same direction. It's like for all the holes.
A consistent direction,
yeah. So that's the nice thing as well. It's not like a few courses where you can find it swirling a bit, so which is quite cool.
Right, let's go through who is playing on the day. Please, if you have any more questions about the course and how to play the course, let the experts know. Right. If you did not know, we have AM slots. Why do we have AM slots? Because we are already fighting the sun. If you look at Glendower, we had 90 guys and we finished at 6, which is not a good thing because the sun will be gone. So we got 3 4 balls on the first tee from 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:10 and 8:20. These were specially allocated when the guys let me know. And these are the guys who are playing. As you can see, there's 2 team matches going off in the AM, including Fats, Hanu, Cornell, and Sarl Stein. And then we start in the PM at 11:30. So we go from 11:30 all the way to 12:50 to get the rest of the field in. So we're still the same amount of players that will partake. I don't know if there's anybody you're eyeing here as a favorite at Silver Lakes. The reigning champion is Dana Perumal, who had to make a birdie on the last in order to win it, which he did. A very lucky bounce, if I recall, off the rocks and onto the green. It could have been so different, but he took his title right there. If we have a look at the 10th tee, the guys going off in the morning, the 3 4 balls, Gerard Maritz, Grant Nell, Gerard Gerber and Brian Owen, Lyle Langley, Sepp Robertson, Erwan Pagita, Avinash Barath, I think it said, and then a match play game. Nicky, Billy, Robert Michael, and Joey DePrea. You were asking me earlier, Baz, have you got your game? And then you
I was
do.
getting a bit nervous there, man.
You and your
I
partner.
wasn't finding my name, bud.
Ruben Swart and Basil Wright will take on Jan Kudrea and super sub Sean Salmon. And they will come in the back. So we'll wait for you to see what the result of that match is. Good luck. So we've got 1 spot open, as you can see. Many familiar faces. So we're going to look forward to it. When the AM guys finish, the PM guys will pretty much be around to say hello. So what is going to be the featured hole on the day? I've chosen the par 4 5th hole. If you remember this one correctly, gentlemen, this is not a driver hole. Am I right?
100%.
Here we go. This is what it looks like.
Yeah, so the last time I played this hole, the one day I hit a 4-iron, and then the other day I hit a 2-iron. And when I hit the 2-iron, I was in about a 10k an hour wind. So you're not entirely forced to hit a driver there or a wood. You'll have about 145, 155 into that green. The most important part of this hole, guys, is to stay right center of that green. Regardless of where the flag is, right center is your play. So you just go for that middle bunker. And also what's crucial is your approach shot must always be at least a club extra, regardless if there's wind or it's just that play is slightly uphill and that green is raised. It's built in a way that you will not pick up that it is raised and adding a club to your shot.
Some great advice. Sep says, Kevin for the win. Maybe.
Ooh.
It's not the worst
deadly Kev.
At all.
And Kev's been playing a lot of golf with his family and not getting invites for that that 4-ball, Kev. So next time you play, give us a call.
Let's have a look at the pins for Silver Lakes. These are always interesting. The par 3 ninth has always got to be close to the pin. Over the water, very much an island green. I think, if I'm not mistaken, who won it the last time? I think Quota Skumman won it the last time. Then the par 3 13th that you mentioned, Basil. You mentioned earlier. Also, totally over the water. Have to carry just about everything if you're going for the green. And then the par 4 closest in 2 is the 17th hole. I enjoy this hole because, once again, as you can see, you need a good drive, but it's also a semi-island green that we have to go through. So if you want to hit it close on the par 4, this is what you'll have to do. You need to get the drive all the way down to the bunker so you can have yourself about 160 in.
Oh, such a great hole that. Just those bunkers probably at the club tee is about 245, 255 to clear, and that'll leave you with a 145 shot. But again, the vital aspect of this hole is to ensure that you take half a club less, guys. It is playing a bit downhill, and the prevailing wind is right down off the shoulder.
Yeah.
So, but you will pick that up with those trees on the left, as they do make quite a big noise when the wind blows, as they are a bit tall up on the left of that fairway.
Aldo, you've played Silver Lakes?
Once, that's why I'm not commenting. I don't find it very easy, so I'm backing the better player and the player that knows the course. I struggled the first time around, so it sounds like Basil is probably a very good bet. He knows that course, it seems like, very well. But yeah, it's a very pretty course and an enjoyable course. If you stay out of the hazards, yeah.
Lovely clubhouse. They've got a restaurant there if you get there early. They got great practice facilities.
Great.
The driving range is right there, and they got a massive putting green. If you haven't been there, you can basically spend your whole day in a vicinity of like 100 meters. It's really
Yeah, it's proper.
How long ago did you play there, Aldo?
No, the last year, there was a league game.
Oh, okay, so you played that one.
Yeah, so a while
Fantastic.
ago.
Okay, right. The last few things that we need to say. These are the groups for Silver Lakes. We've got Group A, Frikkie Steyn, Louis Gerber, Randall Chetty, Rudolf Broderick, Wayne Jensen. In Group B, Alan Lowe, Grant Nell, Lyle Langley, Edwin Porchita, Leon Duplessis. Give me some winners there quickly, gentlemen. We can go in order. Donnie, Basil, and Aldo.
I think Group A, Randall Chetty, and then I'm going to go for Lyle in Group B.
I'm going to go Louis Gerber and Lyle. I think it's time for Lyle to step up his game and his ability and to finally win a league game. He's put some serious time in his game and he's highly passionate about it. So I'm going to put the pressure on for Lyle.
Good point. Aldo, who are you going for?
No, I'm going Group A. It just seems like all the form, Frikkie, Louis, Randall, you just have to look at those three. They're all playing very solid golf at the moment. And I played with Wayne at Pecanwood, and if his short game is on, he's very, very dangerous.
Donnie, you are leading Group C. Can you win it? We will see.
No chance.
Oh, gee, thanks, Baz.
All the chance in the world, Danny.
Well, you got to beat Barry Venter, Vickers Lee, Leon van Aarde, and Tim Koch. Group D, Shannon Schaefer, Werner, Esther Hazen, Simon May, Oki Brits, and Nick Coles. I'm going to go with you again, Donnie, because I think a 36 pointer like you normally do might just be enough. And Group D, I'm going to go for Simon again.
I think Donnie's new levels, stroke average should be about 70. So I'm just giving him stick. That's my way of displaying golf affection with his game, and it's going in the right direction. Mm-hmm. So I definitely think Danny's. I don't know. Are you playing a match play?
No,
Sunday?
Dan is on his own, doing his own thing. The Mighty Ducks are split up, having another day.
That's great. So you're going to go for the win. So I need to pull up my socks for Sunday.
Hansi agrees with the panel. Randall and Lyle, Peter Prinsloo, Barry, and Simon. So we're on the same page at least. Everybody knows the players' forms, which is great to see. Except Roberts are going to be a long wait in the bar for Lyle. That's true. Okay. And then, what does Barry say here? No, it won't, Maz. I'll beat him by 1 on the day. Let's remember that comment.
Yeah.
Barry.
Better not be a falsie, Barry.
Yeah.
The final thing that we need to show you for Silver Lakes before we move on to a bit of a chat about the Masters is the teams. We've got the red team and the blue team. Now, these guys are all paired as in they are actually taking each other on virtually in the virtual competition. Sepp Roberts, I think I'm missing a letter there somewhere, is the captain. Jacques Gravenstein is the captain for the Blues team. Then Cyril is taking on Dean Bester. Leon Oosthuizen taking on Clint Brodus. Peter Prinsloo, you're taking on Jacob Jacobs. Kevin Ho is taking me on. I need to win this game, otherwise I might as well be out of the singles. Chad Rose is taking on Robert Michael. Ryan Jensen taking on JB Atwood. Pranay versus Quibus Skuman. Rudy Makia versus Sean Salmon. Steve Saunders is taking on Billy. So good luck. Can the red team do it? Can they pull another one back? They've been in a good run of form.
That Chad and Robert game should be a fun one to watch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think they should put a beer on that game.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
And can I just add that I think Leon Oosthuizen likes that golf course a lot. The last time we played, he was 2 or 3 under his handicap. And if I'm not mistaken, he made an eagle on that 11th hole to that back right location, which is pretty impressive.
Yes, he did.
So if Leon can go there and wake up on the right side of the bed on the day, I think he'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Right. So everybody, let's look forward to Saturday. The player pack will go out with the handicaps. We're just waiting for... Gamebook has changed things. They don't have the same game creation setup. So we're trying to work our heads around it to set the game up. Not on a phone, because all of a sudden it's a different story. So we'll get that to you. That you love. Sometimes they upgrade things and it's for the better. Sometimes they just confuse us. For what reason? Anyway, the Masters, here we go. Big weekend coming up, and there are many favorites. So I've got the favorites from a betting site, World Sports Betting, and this is how they price the players who they think will be the favorites. So Dustin Johnson going in at 10-1. Bryson DeChambeau at 12. I think that's very generous. Justin Thomas at coming in third. John Rahm, Jordan Spieth, Rory McIlroy, Patrick Cantley, Xander Schauffele. These are all the in-form players. Brooks Koepka still coming off a knee surgery, hasn't played much golf, so I think they're rating him very highly. Corin, Patrick, and then as you can see, as we go down, Daniel Berger is further down, Tony Finau. So have a look at how this is, all the players that are here. Gents, who is your favorite? Give me
The
someone.
favorite or the best odds to have there?
I would say if they had to finish in the top 5.
No, I would definitely have DJ in the top 5. He feels unstoppable at the moment, but 2 players on that page who's good value, I feel, is Paul Casey and maybe somebody like Jason Day if you're putting money on it.
Yeah.
To place, definitely.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel I've got very underrated players at the moment. I definitely rate Paul Casey. I would love Lee Westwood to win, as he'll go down as the greatest British professional to not win a major. I think Tommy Fleetwood has got an exceptional chance. And then Francesco Molinari, I know his odds are next to none, 203 or something to 1. But he's got no Tiger to worry about. And
you got 126 to 1.
You know, he's not a spring chicken anymore, but, you know, that contention, you know, money can't buy that experience that he got in 2019, you know. So, and Bryson DeChambeau, I saw him on the range and he was hitting his drive at 140 miles an hour. And then this morning he was going down to 125. So I think his disciplines are up and down in terms of what he wants to do off the tee. I definitely think he's realized that it's not all about length. So I think his game plan this week is to still hit the driver aggressive, but I don't think he's going to be at the 140 mark.
Let's talk about Jordan Spieth quickly. Coming off a victory last week at the Texas Open, really, really looked good. What does momentum do for a player going into such a big tournament like this? On his side?
I think a lot. I think a lot. You know, if you look at, you know, up until sort of 6-7 weeks ago, you know, he was really struggling with his game. You know, and he's been doing some swing changes, and you can see it starting to work because he's been racking up the top, you know, 5s and top 10s in the last sort of 6 weeks. I think definitely the big thing that worked for him last week was, especially the last round, I stayed up watching it. You know, his putting was phenomenal. You know, the holes where he missed the green and he had a little bit of a iffy chip. You know, he just looked so comfortable over the putt. You know, and hold them out. So I think this week Augusta's going to be quick. That's my prediction. I think it's going to get quicker up until Sunday. You know, so definitely I think the guys that's good putters is going to be the guys that's going to do well this week. And you know, yes, there's the statistics. You know, not a lot of guys have won Augusta like after winning another tournament the week before. But you know, you have to put him in that bracket. You know, he's putting well. He's feeling confident. You know, anything can happen, I think. But I think he stands a good chance.
Gideon agrees with you. Only 6 times in history as a player, one a week before, and then the Masters. It would be good for you to tell us who those players are, gentlemen. I think
if I can just add a random statistic, well, not a statistic, but a good observation is that if Rory McIlroy putts with a blade putter this week, he will be inside the top 10.
Yeah.
I know the Masters is an Achilles for him. You know, it's his weakness. It's one that he needs to add to a Grand Slam. But Rory knows how to get around Augusta. It's just what is in the bag that is vital.
And he's had 6 top 10 finishes in the last 10 starts, hasn't he?
And if you look at, again, statistically, everybody's making this big uproar about Bryson's length, and that's where the game is going. But you know what? Jordan Spieth is a testament of you putt well, you make money, and you lift trophies. And Jordan Spieth is not no ball striker. He's not the greatest ball striker, but his short game is world class. And he's been in contention. He's messed up 1 or 2 Sunday rounds, but you know what? When he gets 4 rounds in, he's unstoppable. So those 2 guys, I think, out of my 4 picks, Rory and Jordan Spieth, they putt well, they'll wear the green jacket.
Let us go through a couple more. So, John Rahm, what do you think of John Rahm?
He's got no chance. He's got a baby and he's in love with that baby. I don't
What's that got to do with this?
No.
He wants to play for his baby.
Oh, man, you look at all the professionals, but they get married, they have kids, they win a major, you don't hear from them again. So I think he's a bit of...
I'm glad I won my major before July then. Eh?
Exactly, I'll do 100%. But, and watch, I'm not putting voodoo on Rahm, but he's so centered on his family now. You know, the love of his child and, you know, just that whole culture of a newborn. And I wish him well. I hope he wins, but he's not one of my picks for this week as he's slightly distracted.
I must say another pick that I think will do well as well is Justin Thomas.
Yep.
You know, it's like I think he's also not a bad pick to go with.
When Justin Thomas is on, he is on.
He's not going to be on because he didn't have his practice round with Freddie Couples and Tiger Woods. So I think his vibe is not as vibrant as he would like it to be this year.
Shannon agrees with you, Johnny. All day.
Like you guys don't understand the superstitious golfer. There are tons of them out there. If you look at Ian Poulter, for instance, him going up a week earlier, taking his family up. This is the first year in history that he's taken his pet dogs up.
Wow.
He says that's going to be his key. He's literally flown his 2 poodle dogs
in the
to
private
Augusta,
jet, I'm sure.
In a private jet, just to change it up.
Look, I wouldn't mind him winning with that story, eh?
I would love that because you know what? You change small things, small perspectives, the way you wake up, what you have for breakfast. You don't go into these tournaments doing the same things over and over, So if Rory can, let me just mention, if Rory can go 2 or 3 under from 10, 11, 12, he'll win the Masters.
Yeah, look, I'm always rooting for Rory, but I don't want to put any extra pressure on or money on him. When I put money on him, he doesn't win. So.
Trust me, Rory doesn't even know we exist. So you could add him on. He's got expectations that are not even. You can't even fathom what that man is thinking right now.
I just want to throw something in there. Last year, if it wasn't for Rory's 75 on day 1, right? If we take day 2, 3, and 4, he shot lower than what the eventual champion Dustin Johnson shot. He shot 202 shots over the last 3 days.
And where did he drop those shots? I would love to know.
Yeah, where did he drop? So besides one bad round, which the pressure could have been on, he would have been right in contention.
Sorry, Maz, sorry. But just one thing though, I think all the players that's at the Masters at the moment is actually feeling like the vibe's already different, and I think all of them are not worrying about a voodoo because we don't have a par 3 contest this
100%. 100%. Right. There's quite a lot. Look, if you look at your legends that are also playing, I know this is off topic. We've got Sandy Lau, we've got Bernard Langer. What's that other? Freddie Couples. We can't leave these guys out. I mean, Bernard Langer was top 10 in November, was it? And I mean, the man's playing the best round of his, the best golf of his career. And I mean, he's good. He's on the Champions Tour,
making money. I've got a question from Paul Ricketts. Do you think the different tournament from November, weather-wise, will? What do you think?
That is a given. Playing Augusta in November, the ball rolls further, so your game plan is different off the tee. The greens, the technologies of the guys maintaining the greens, they can change the speed of the greens in a matter of hours. But playing Augusta now, I think, these guys are going to make sure that those greens are firm and tight anyway. So the environments will be the same as if it was in November, but the golf course is going to play long and narrow.
Here's Brian Owen saying Freddie Couples for the win. Imagine that happened. That would be like an entire documentary made.
All day.
But there was I think 3 years ago, he was in contention going into the last round.
Sergio Garcia.
So that would be actually from one of the olden great golfers. That would be quite
and that's not because he's playing the best golf. It's because he's played that golf course so many times, a decade of golf. Imagine playing your home club every single time, and you know exactly where to hit it, you know exactly how the putts are going to break. And this is, guys need to remember that Tiger Woods being out of this week it's vital for him, catching Jack Nicklaus. I mean, that guy, if he's in the last group come Sunday, whoever's the other 2 guys playing in that group, they're scared to play with him because they know this man, it's his backyard. We tend to forget that.
Did you know that Roy's just started working with a new coach, Gideon says?
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to make a difference. Hopefully it's a putting coach.
No, I think it's a swinging coach. He mentioned that he was chasing Bryson with the yardage, and I think he just wants to get back to his normal rhythm and not concentrate on the 20 extra yards.
Distance factor.
Boys, before we wrap up, send some more questions, but these are the only 4 players from South Africa in the field. Louis Oosthuizen, Christian Bezuidenhout, Dylan Petilli and Charles Schwartzel. I agree with what they are saying, that Louis Oosthuizen should beat all these guys. This is basically who to beat who. So, finish on top.
Yeah, my vibe is, I think Louis coming so close against Bubba on the course, I would love from a South African standpoint for him to take it. But also, it's like Christian, I hope he does well there as well. He's a hell of a player. Comes from a humble background, so definitely that's my two picks for South Africa.
If I can just add to that, the level of golf Christian Bezuidenhout is playing at the moment, and I played amateur golf with that kid, and let me tell you, from playing amateur golf and being the best in the country to climbing on private jets,
wow! And
Charles Schwartzel is flying you to Augusta National. And Louis Oosthuizen is giving you a prep talk of how to get around that golf course. Let me tell you, Christian Bezuidenhout, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about this. And you know what? His hard work will pay off. And if he putts well this week, let me tell you guys, Louis Oosthuizen is going to have to work harder because he's going to be the number one South African.
Let's close off with score predictions. Grant Nell says that the winning score should not be over -10, that's what they say. Fast greens. Score predictions, can it get to -20 again?
12 under.
Yeah, I want to say 11.
Yeah, I don't know. They're predicting a bit of rain Thursday, Friday afternoon. It might make it a bit softer, better scoring. I don't know. But yeah, anywhere between 10 and 15 would be phenomenal, I think.
Paul, -12. Remember these scores. Leon Oosthuizen -16. That's
yes,
that's basically
Leon. High expectations, eh?
4 under every 9 around. Hans Jaman -13. So we're all kind of in the same bracket between -8 and -16.
So Rory's stroke average at Augusta in 7 appearances is 69.3. Just to put things into perspective.
Sure.
And the man hasn't won that tournament.
Okay. Wow. Well, there we go, gents. Thank you for joining us. It's been a great chat. Another show done. And all we have to look forward to now is the Masters and Silver Lakes and getting home from Silver Lakes and watching the final round. But it will be a short coverage because there's less players, so they usually only start at 9 o'clock. So we've got plenty of time to get it all done. Look forward to seeing who's going to win at Silver Lakes, to be honest. Could be very interesting. I think it's going to be anybody's chance. Whoever's on the day. When you're playing against 96 players, it's a good feather in the cap to say I beat 96 players on the day and take the trophy home. Right, that's it. Final comment from Seth Roberts. Lekker show, Ducks. So goodbye from me, Donnie, Basil, and our current Masters champion. Let's not forget Aldo Faree. Everybody,
cheers, guys.
Good night.
Cheers.
Hi.